Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Bird, and I am a STEM ambassador for the West Tennessee STEM Hub. Today, we are going to be making Brushbots. So for this activity, you will need a strip of mounting tape, a toothbrush, a 3-volt watch battery, a mini vibration motor, 2 googly eyes, and a pair of scissors. So first, what we are going to do today is we are going to take our toothbrush, and as you can see, I've already done this activity, so some things are already done beforehand. But what you're going to do is you are going to take your toothbrush and you're just going to wiggle it back and forth like this. Mine was pretty flexible, so I was able to kind of twist the handle, bend it back and forth, and eventually this toothbrush head came off. So after you do that, what you're going to do is put this handle to the side and then take your toothbrush head. And what I want you to do is just take it and smash it on the table so that the bristles spread out like this. And then what you can do from here is go ahead and just rub it back and forth. Circular motions, back and forth motions, really kind of push it into the table because we want our bristles to stand out, spread out, so that our Brushbot is more stable once it gets to moving. So again, I just kind of found that pushing it on the table, rubbing it back and forth, really kind of moving them around gets you that flexibility you want. I probably did this step for about 5 minutes when I did this activity initially. So if you'd like, you can go ahead and pause the video, go ahead and rub your bristles in that circular motion, have them spread out a bit, and then resume once you're done. Okay, so assuming that your bristles are spread out like this, what I want you to do is take your mounting tape and cut off a little square. You want your square to be a little smaller than a googly eye. While you're at it, go ahead and cut a second one. Here's my first. And then here is my second. Okay, so go ahead and take one of these squares that you've cut and then pick up your mini vibration motor. Notice that there are 2 wires. And actually, before I get a little bit ahead of myself, if you look at the 2 wires, you can see here on my mini vibration motor, what I've done is I went ahead and stripped the wire a little bit at the ends. You want a good amount of your wire exposed so that it gets good contact with the battery. If whenever you perform this activity, you find that your motor isn't wanting to start after connecting it, go ahead and peel back some of this plastic that is covering your wires. So as you can see, I went ahead and done that. And actually on this red wire, you can see that I cut a little bit of the wire. And so it looks a little funny. And that's okay too. If you accidentally clip your wire, it'll still function properly. Just make sure you have enough length to make good contact with your battery. All right, so moving right on with the activity, go ahead and take that mounting tape and put 1 wire. It doesn't matter red or blue. I'm just using the blue wire now. And stick it to the battery. Again, it doesn't matter what side of the battery. I'm just kind of doing it with that bumpy side with this number. Doesn't matter which wire or which side of the battery. So as you can see here, I have taped my wire to the watch battery. And now I am going to remove this protective green part, the sticker, off of the mounting tape. Put it off to the side. And I'm going to stick 1 googly eye on there. All right, and with that second square of tape, we are going to put it on the battery. We are not going to attach the second wire. The second wire is off to the side. Okay, once it's on the battery, go ahead and remove that mounting tape from the top and stick your second googly eye onto the battery. All right, now we have our face. Okay, now we'll focus on the toothbrush head. So take your mounting tape and cut about an inch long strip of the mounting tape and put it onto the top of the toothbrush head. You can see probably about the length of the first half of my thumb. We're putting it on our toothbrush head here so that it looks like this. And we are going to remove the sticker. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take our mini vibration motor and stick it onto that strip of mounting tape. Make sure that the moving mechanism of the mini motor, which is this part right here, the part that's a little smaller in diameter than the majority, make sure that is not sticking to the tape. The movement of this piece is actually what will make our Brushbot spin. So next, after you have your motor taped on, what you will want to do is take yet another square of mounting tape. This time, it doesn't particularly matter the size. Mine's about the same size as the ones that I used to put on the googly eyes. And what you'll do is flip your battery onto the side that does not have eyeballs. And you are going to make contact with this wire. Now, once the wire touches the battery, the current will start to flow and power will be supplied to your motor. So just be ready. Once this is touching, it's going to go kind of crazy. You can see mine already starting to flop on the table. So I'm just going to stick the wire onto the battery. Again, if your motor is not moving at this point, it is likely because you have not stripped enough of that rubber plastic that is protecting the wire off of it to make good contact. All right, so next, while that's kind of going crazy, take another piece of your mounting tape about the same size that you put on the top of the brush head. And stick, oh, actually, real quick, you'll need to remove this sticker as well from the back of the battery. You're going to stick this onto the back of the battery, and then finally onto the top of the motor. Again, make sure that on your motor, you do not put the sticky tape onto this part that is spinning here. Now your Brushbot should zoom around like this. Mine's going pretty crazy. All right, well, thank you again for tuning into the STEM Hub, and thank you for doing this activity with us. If you have any recommendations, please let us know, and we'll see you next time. All right, goodbye, everyone.